Hi, thanks for joining. My name's Jenny Cashman Wilson. I'm the founder of the Abram Wilson Foundation, and we are organising a series of webinars for you. Today's one is with Arji Manuelpillai, and we would love to hear where you're from. I think it would be great if you could use the comments box just to let us know where you're tuning in from. And then as we go along, if you've got any questions, please pop them in. That would be amazing. So I'm just going to remind you what this webinar is about. It's an interactive session on how to write lyrics for a new song. Arji's going to use a tune created by Oscar Jerome, who led our first webinar last week. He's going to be looking at rhythm, rhyme, similes, and metaphors. So everything you need to make a hit record. So a little bit about Arji, in case you aren't that aware of him. He's been one of our educators since about 2018, I think. And he is an incredible poet, rapper, performer, and educator. He's based in London. For the last 15 years, he has performed and taught all over the world to audiences and students from all cultures and walks of life. He was a 2019 Jerwood Arvon mentee. His first collection of poems was published under Outspoken, and he's currently working on his second collection. Arji, and this is one of the reasons why we love him, is passionate about community arts and connecting people through art. He believes that self-expression can help nurture relationships and improve mental health, as well as self-esteem and confidence. So if you're feeling a little bit low today, you're in the right place. So before we get Arji on, we're just going to show you a short video that we shot last autumn. This is just a little bit about Arji to introduce you to him and to just get a sense of like who he is as a person. So I'll be back in a minute, but please enjoy the video, and I'll see you shortly.
My name is Arji, poet, rapper and performer in London. I first started out writing in school, rapping every day, like enjoying that whole journey of learning to rap. And then in the last 10 years or something, concentrating on poems more. My family are originally from Sri Lanka. They're Tamils. Sri Lanka had a massive war. And at that time, a lot of people, including my parents, came here and set up. But I think when I realized that my family made me unique was the time when I really started to push forward. And people started to really want to listen to what I was saying. If I'm writing out and about, I might be at Burgess Park, or I might be at Elephant and Castle Roundabout, or Walworth Road. These are places where loads of stuff is always happening. People rubbing shoulders from different walks of life. And that's something that I find really inspiring. I feel like poetry can be a really transformative tool. And most of the time people are using words like it's worthless. When you take poems, you like do the opposite of that. So the act of writing a poem and the thought that goes into putting the words on the paper is in itself quite a radical thing. So most of my process is about observing people in different ways, observing my own family and seeing things in a different light. You're all equal when you're trying to write. Everyone has an empty canvas and everyone puts words down. And that equality is what makes poems so beautiful. Abram Wilson Foundation is a rare thing for artists to come in, share art forms and inspire children and young people to be the best, most expressionistic version of themselves. After COVID, if you're a young person trying to come up in the industry, it's a completely different landscape and it can feel really daunting. But there's a couple things that remain true, yeah? One truth we can say is playing a musical instrument or doing your art form, whatever it is good for your mental health and well-being. We know that. So while anyone else is anxious or stressed out, you can always turn to your instrument and play. That is a gift. That's the biggest gift you can have, really. The other thing is that no one can take away the time you practice. So while other people are anxious, they're worrying, they don't know what they're going to do, just get your head down and keep practicing. Because when the doors open and we go out and we're going to start gigging again, we're going to start creating, you're going to be a better player than when you went in.
I hope you enjoyed that video. I loved what Arji said about how he realized that his family made him unique. So with that, I'm going to invite Arji on. Arji, where are you?
I am here.
There you are. Welcome.
Hi. Nice. Really happy to be here, actually.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Thanks for doing this. You said some really lovely things in that video. I also really love what you said about writing being a radical act. And I was just wondering, like, how old were you when you started writing lyrics and poetry?
I think I was definitely in primary school because I used to write stories and then that would turn into writing. But in secondary school, I wrote a lot at the back of the class when I wasn't supposed to be doing it. And that gave me a lot of the time to practice rhyming and rhythm, and it took me to where I am now, really.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you say that about how you would write at the back of the class, and I am in no way suggesting that people should do that. But the creator of Bart Simpson did that as well. He used to doodle at the back of the classroom, and he would get into trouble for it all the time. And then eventually, he realized that yeah, illustrating was actually his like the reason that he existed, and went on to create The Simpsons. So. Uh,
I never knew that, actually. That's a great fact.
Yeah, it's in a book by Ken Robinson called Finding Your Element.
Okay.
So yeah, he talks about that in there. And what would you say the relationship is between rap and poetry?
I love rap because it's a form or a structure, a bit like writing a haiku or a sonnet for poems, because basically rap is rhythm and poetry. It's about bringing together a love of rhythm and a love of rhyme and then bringing them all together. But rap and poetry are basically the same thing. So if you like rap a lot and you think like, oh, I want to be a rapper, it would be crazy not to be open to doing other things like writing poems. Tupac used to write poems, and Notorious B.I.G. write poems as well. Just meant that they didn't have to rhyme so much.
Yeah. And actually, Oscar last week was talking about how he takes a lot of inspiration from poetry. So he talks about James Baldwin and John
Oh, I
Keats.
didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So I think poetry can like be really inspirational for yeah for writing song lyrics as well as rapping. Like you're writing
Yeah,
their words at the end of the day, right?
yeah, exactly. And I think in school, like, you get a poem, and then you think you have to stay on that poem, and the teacher says like, do this way. But when you actually read poems for fun, if you don't like a poem, you just turn the page, just look at the next poem.
Yeah,
So I kind of think that that's
such
what
good
makes it.
advice.
Yeah,
That is such
that's
good advice. That's brilliant advice because I think sometimes you feel like you have to read all of it, and sometimes they just don't speak to you, do they?
no, exactly. Um, so yeah, I think there's a lot of poems that young people like, but yeah, they're put off because they of the way that they think about poetry from school,
Mm.
which sometimes makes it a bit dry, depending on the teacher, though.
Well, hopefully, you're going to make it really exciting today. In fact, not hopefully, you are. I know you will because we worked together a
Yes.
lot. So just before I hand over, just another quick reminder about the comments box. We're going to have a little Q&A at the end of this session. So please pop your questions in. RG might ask them as we go along, or we'll just save them up for the end if he misses any. If the stream cuts out at any point, don't worry, we're recording this webinar and we'll upload it to our YouTube channel, Abram Wilson Foundation. So please subscribe to that so you'll be the first to hear when it is uploaded. And then if you've got any comments or suggestions for this webinar and future webinars, we'd love to hear from you because this is a new series for us. So with that, RG, I'm going to hand over. Enjoy the session, everyone.
Nice one. Thank you, Jenny. Here's crowd noise. Oh! Welcome, everybody. I'm going to pin myself because that's how big-headed I am. I only want to see myself. Going out to all the people tune in, yeah? I think I've got Alfred here. I've got Zed. I've got Charlie, Miles, Holly, Kiara, Quasi, who says, I think you know my dad, which is giving away a lot about my age. Zed, Lucy, Zed another 3 times. Crazy. Grace is here as well, and Grace is saying she's also into rap and poetry. It's an absolute pleasure to be here to help you guys learn how to rap. Throughout the workshop, I'm going to have moments when I'm going to ask you to put stuff in the chat window. And between when I say it and when you type it, there's going to be a slight delay. What's up, Connor? Nice to see you, mate. There's going to be a slight delay. So if I ask you to do something, get on it fast. Don't be left hanging, right? Sorry, Zed, I realise now you're alpha. So the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about rap and how it originates first in a place called the USA, New York. But actually before that, it comes from where all things come from, Africa, specifically West Africa, when they used to have things people call the griots. Griots would be like news readers for an area. The griot would say, be stood in the street and be shouting out the headlines, because back then they didn't have newspapers. And sometimes the headlines would be that someone's been in jail, for example, for 99. And he would say, roll up, things are never so fine because this man is going down for 99. And so he created it into a rhyming couplet with rhythm. And everyone who was walking past would stop and look and be like, what's that guy talking about? Why? Because he used rhythm and he used rhyme. Those two things together create mad excitement. If you think about when you go down the market, you're in the market space, and some guy's like, potatoes, potatoes, £10 a pound, get your potatoes, come on down. Everyone turns around, they're like, what? What's going on? There's some potatoes for sale. Or, yam, yam, I'm the man with the yam. If you know about Deptford, there's a great guy who sells yam in Deptford Market, and he is wicked with rhyme. He makes people turn around because they want to know about the rhyme and rhythm that he's using, and they want to buy whatever he's selling. So I'm all about rhyme and rhythm, okay? I'm going to give you a little example. It's going to be like a chance for you to see me rap, but I'm going to do something very specific called freestyle. Freestyle rap is pretty known about. It's a bit like freestyle dance or freestyle swimming or freestyle anything. It's when you make it up on the spot. And what you guys are going to do is send in your words into the chat, type things you'd like me to rap about. I went to school yesterday, they said things like chicken, pandas, things like that. Things that are funny. Don't put in something like drug awareness, because it's not going to be that funny and it's not that entertaining for me either. Put things funny into the chat right now, and it's going to come up and I'm going to rap about it. I'm going to be playing a beat, it's just a royalty-free beat, and it's going to play and I'm going to rap over it. Just to let you know, while the freestyle's going through, I'm going to be pulling words together and sticking them into rhyme. The greatest thing about freestyle is that sometimes it can go right and everyone's just like, oh, that's sick. Oh my God, I can't believe you thought of it like that. And sometimes it can go wrong, like hella wrong. And it can be like, oh man, that was really bad. And the thing about it is, it doesn't really matter to the point where I literally don't care if it comes out good or it comes out bad, just the way that it comes out. Thank you, Connor, Lucy, Grace, Crazy. We're going to drop the bars. Here's the beat. And we're going to go with some of the ones in the chat. Yeah. Spit a verse, yes, very profound. Let me get down, spin it like a merry-go-round. I'm very profound. Came here lyrics to share. You can make me all cuddly like I was a teddy bear. I spit in my flow. I'm good like a superfood, like avocado. Though I drop like a yo-yo from a finger. And I always come like the winter. It's cold when I bring the sound. Make you always laugh like I was a laughing clown. In a party, people look upon me. They say, Arji Barji, are you feeling kinda hearty? I am. Take it quickly to the kitchen. Next thing I know, I'll start cooking up a chicken. It doesn't matter, that's all I need, yeah. All I need is pepperoni pizza. I take that, yes, feels nice. I like a bit of chili sauce and spice that I put on top of the food. I do what I do, that's why I'm a cool dude. When it comes to that, I'm up for the battle. I hit it between the heads like a pineapple. It's unstoppable, go through the storm. Stick a horn into your back like unicorns. It's crazy, I never ever play. I'm kind of slightly funny like Ricky Gervais, but he's not funny all the time. He has a tendency to be a racist some of the time. Yes, sardines, I don't know what they are. It doesn't really matter when I spit upon a bar. I guess you meant maybe a garden. I say it in French, it's le jardin. I got this lyrical disease. I climb through the air like the branches of a trees. And sometimes I got fruits for the mind, like roots just to push in the design. I got mad function, give me the knob. I'ma turn the musical production. Words, adverbs, fly like birds. Nouns, pronouns, I'm adjectives. I'm selective in what I choose to use. I'm the sort of brother keeps them loosening the noose. And trust me, I'm always happy to see another brother turns up with a bag of Mackie D's. Yes, I strut my stuff. People say I sometimes am a coconut, but it doesn't bother me, cause I do it anyway. Ever since I was small, I make everything great. Yes, I'm always happy to see. I sit up in the park with a little cup of iced tea and KFC. I'm Rick Rolling, I'm Rick Rolls. Unstoppable and enthralled. Thank you very much, everyone. I feel like I couldn't get through the whole list because it was epic. I'm really sorry to everybody who carried on putting words in. Jeez. Panda and mustard were also good ones. I appreciate it. So I was putting rhymes and rhythm together to make the flow that you heard there. It's a real pleasure to do it because people love to see me do well, but they also love to see me trip over, because that's part of life, isn't it? The coming together of things that work and the coming together of things that don't. In the same way, last week, Oscar, my friend, was making a tune here. Some of you might have heard about it. Thanks, Kiara. I really appreciate that. Was making a tune, and he said to me, "Hey, Arj, why don't you write the lyrics to this tune?" And that's the greatest thing about working in a collaboration, is that, let me get this up, is that you can work together with other musicians. So you've got all the people in the chat there chatting about what they know about music, but the collaboration is where the real fire is at. It's pure fire when two people come together. So Oscar sent me this tune, and I was thinking, okay, I could listen to it before, but I'll do the drama of listening to it live here right now. And I'll ask all of you out there to be the people helping me with the lyrics for it, okay? You gotta tell me when you listen to this what it makes you think of, what it makes you feel, because that's where the whole thing's gonna start. What does it make you think of? What does it make you feel? Here we go. Oscar, a beat designed just for you and me and everyone else who's listening. What does it make you think of? What does it make you feel? Let us know in the chat. There's the bass. Bass face, baby. What does it make you think or feel? Let us know in the chat. Okay, so that's the first place I will be starting, is what does it make you feel? What does it make me think of? And then those lyrics perhaps will come from there. Cassius says aliens. I kind of like that. Sunny afternoon, dreams, happiness. Yeah, happiness goes well with sunny afternoon, and aliens I think we could probably bring into our ideas chart about sunny afternoons and the summer. So let's just keep on listening while people are cussing in their ideas. Miles is big on the space idea. Crazy wants spring, and he's got 4 G's up in the spring. Cool. Alfred, thanks for the beach. Yeah, let's go with summer, and we'll try to bring in the planets into the mix as well, because I can see there's some people feeling like, oh, it could be about an alien, like a space thing, and other people being like, oh, it's a summer vibes thing, it should be about summer vibes. The first thing and the most important thing about writing lyrics is coming up with ideas. Yeah, ideas are everything, because to put it into the form of actually writing the rap, I always think is relatively easy. It's maths, it's mathematical, it's rhythm, it's what the drummer does when he plays a beat. It's possible to learn that, but to have ideas is a much more difficult thing. So I'm going to ask you guys, we're talking about summertime. I want us to put as many different things as we can think of to do with summertime and the planets. let's do summertime, and if you could think of anything to do with the planets, please do. So put in the chat window all the things in a sentence that you love about summertime. For example, I might say the clip clop of cricket balls in the park. I might say I'm drinking and I'm chilling on the bench after dark. Yeah, I might say, here I am reading in the sun, sipping iced tea. Yeah, it doesn't have to rhyme. Just write down all of what you think of when you think in the sun. Great, Rhea. Ice cream. Great, that's a great start. But what flavor ice cream? The more unique to Rhea, the better. So is it, I'm all Ben and Jerry's in the park? Or is it I'm vanilla ice cream with the cookie cream combination, for example? Yeah, palm trees. Yeah, all of these are one words, but I want to see longer sentences if possible. While you guys are coming up with these dope ideas, I'm gonna share the screen so I can type up some of them. I hate it when it does that. Take my chat window away. Let me do that again. Here we go. Okay, so what I do generally to come up with ideas is like classic brainstorm sort of thing. Yeah, so I'll write summertime here, and then I'm gonna bust up ideas one by one. So I'm gonna be like barbecues, chicken and chips. I'm putting more words because I need more words to make the actual thing. Sun, sunshine, hotter than a pan on the hob. Yeah, let's have a look at some of them. Here we go. The swish of an oar through the water. That's nice. Strawberry ice cream. Great, I'll put strawberry ice cream. Run through the grass. Imagine if the world was made of glass. Would the world steam up like wearing a mask with glasses? Well done, Miles. Let's put that. Run through the grass. Imagine if. Oh. I'm just going to put that bit, Miles. I wonder whether it's the Miles that I know. I think it is the Miles that I know. Eating vanilla ice cream while walking across the beach. I like that one. Eat vanilla. Oh no, my spelling. Scream. Ice cream while walking on the beach. Hot dogs and beaches. Hot dogs and beach. I'm looking out the window. Cassius. That's great. Window. Sun shines. Ice cream bars. Makes me think of Haagen-Dazs. I'm cutting up a little bit because I know what the rules are and stuff, but later on I'll tell you what the rules are and then it'll work. Any others? I think the song should be possibly called Hot Dogs and Beach, because I just think that's funny. The heat almost too much to bear. Yeah, great. Okay, so obviously, like, he's written a certain type. This is probably going to be enough. Drinking ice cold frappuccino. Ice cold frappuccino. I like stuff like ice cold frappuccino and hot dogs and beaches, because I like the way the the way the words sound. They're like everything, isn't it? It's about how things sound. Let's do the I just missed a few. So fried chicken. Oh. Dancing with friends, Grace said earlier. What we're going to do is we're just going to write 8-bar together. I'm going to save this just to make sure I've got it, but I think it saves on its own. We've got some wicked ideas here, yeah? Too hot. Yeah, brilliant. Too hot could be the good chorus. We've got some wicked ideas here, so let's look at how we can take these ideas. Oh, this is another good idea. Forgot my sunscreen and the sun scratching my nose. Forgot my sunscreen, sun's scratching my nose. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to halt the ideas there, otherwise we'll be on Netflix for a long, long time. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you the basics of writing rhymes, okay? And basically, when we are writing a line of rap, there's two things we're thinking about. We're thinking about rhythm and we're thinking about rhyme. Rhyme can happen any time in the lines, but usually on rap, they happen at the end of the line. So for example, I might be like, I woke up this morning with a cat on my knee. And then the next line might be, I have to end with something that rhymes with knee. So I say for free. So I woke up this morning with a cat on my knee. Next thing I know, I sold it off for free. Yeah. Knee and free are both at the end of the lines. They're both on this side of the line. Okay. The other thing you have to think about is rhythm. And usually rhythm can be described as syllables in language. So for example, I might say Mississippi. It's got 4 syllables. If you're stuck on how many syllables to write, you can just hold your hand underneath your chin and speak out the words loudly. And then how many times your hand touches your chin is usually the amount of syllables. For example, Mississippi. My chin went down 4 times. If I say another one like tabletop, goes like this. Tabletop. Yeah? 3. If I said, what's up, everybody? I'm ready to rock. What's up, everybody? I'm ready to rock. 11. Okay? Usually, with rap, you need around 7 to 15 syllables in a line. 7 to 15 syllables in a line. So a rapper like Tupac Shakur might say, I never had a father figure. I was raised by the dopes. Yeah. I never had a father figure. 9. Yeah. So each of the lines will be around like 7 to 15 syllables. Okay. Let me show you an example of rappers who do that. Here's Nas. Nas uses a song called Nas Is Like. Oh, I forgot. I put his name on it, but it's got deleted. Let me write his name down here so people can see. Or a slightly bigger font than that. So Nas is basically, in the whole song, he's using simile after simile after simile. That's all he's doing. He's thinking about, if he was this, what would he be like? What would he think like? And he's trying to explain what he's like to you. In this he goes, freedom or jail, clips inserted, a baby's being born. Same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end. Yeah? Let's count the syllables. Freedom or jail, clips inserted, a baby's being born. 14. Yeah? Same time my man is murdered, the beginning and end. 13. Yeah? Each line he's putting it on top of each other. Now in this rap, he's talking about clips inserted like bullets and a man is murdered, but he's also talking about babies being born. And it's the energy of the opposites that he's talking about. That one time he could be a man being murdered, the next time he could be a baby being born. He is everything in a cycle between living and dying. And it's his imagination, his sense of rhythm and rhyme that makes him an amazing artist. You can see the rhymes in this, he says. Freedom or jail, clips inserted, a baby's being born, same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end. He rhymes in the inside of the line, inserted and murdered. As far as rap goes, it's only natural I explain my plateau and also what defines my name. Yeah? As far as rap go, it's only natural I explain. 13. My plateau and also what defines my name. 11. Yeah? 13, 11. So again, between 7 and 15 syllables in a line will make sure that you've got the right amount of rhythm in your line. Here we go. This is another rapper called MF Doom. MF Doom is famous because he's sick at rhyming. He's a top rhymer. He's like one of the best rhymers around in terms of putting rhymes together. He says, tripping off the beat kinda, dripping off the meat grinder, heat niner, slipping, stripping, soft, sweet minor. China was a neat signer, trouble with the script. Digits double dipped, bubble lipped, subtle lisp midget. Yeah? Think about how many rhymes you can see. Beat kinda, meat grinder, soft, sweet minor, neat signer. And then another word, dipped, lipped, midget. Yeah? He's constantly rhyming, and that's something that you guys can think about when we start creating our raps. How many times can you drop rhymes? How many times are you able to keep that moving with flow? We're going to go back to ours now, and I'm going to invite you to help me to write this rap. Oh, bang, wrong. Let me do that again. This time, whiteboard. Okay, great, guys. Look at this. We've got a whole pocket full of ideas. Just smashing it out the park, splashing in the cold sea. It's too hot. Strawberry ice cream. Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to write 8 bars down here. I'm going to create some room because we're going to need space to do this. Because I know it's going to be such hot fire when we start putting it down. We're going to need space. Okay, bang. This is, let me put a thing around it. Don't get carried away with the summertime. And let's look at the first bars, okay? I'm going to do the first bars. I'm going to do this in red to make it look a bit more zhuzhy. Okay, I'm going to say, it's the summertime. What one shall I go for? I'll go for ice cold frappuccino. So I'll be like, it's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Yeah? Ice cold frappuccino. I'm going to stretch that out because that's going to be our opening line. Oh, there we go. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Yeah? So right now, I'm looking for some way that we can rhyme with chino. We're going to rhyme with no. What could we say that rhymes with no? It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. The next line is going to have 7 to 15 syllables and it's going to end in no. For example, it's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino, you know what to do or drop it like a yo-yo. Yeah, for example. But you guys can think of something better than that. So let me know what you think in the chat window. Have a look at some of the ideas here. It says fried chicken, eat vanilla ice cream while walking on the beach, run through grass, imagine if the world was made of glass, which I actually really like. The heat almost too much to bear. What can you do to put in that second line? It's got to be 7 to 15 syllables roughly, and it's going to have an O rhyme at the end. Let me know what you think. Thank goodness the chat window came up there. Joe, yeah, okay, though, yeah. Tell me about a whole line though. Who's got the guts to drop a whole line in the chat window? So for example, it's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Okay, yeah, okay, Ria's closest, yeah. She says warm breeze out the window. That's 7, just about, yeah. Too hot to, we'll put Lucy and Ria's together, would be like this. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino, too hot to bear, warm breeze out the window, yeah? That's a wicked, that's a wicked start. So it'd be like, too hot to bear, ice, what do you say? Too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window. Breeze at the window. Let's do another, before I share what it sounds like, let's do another line. What line should we do next? Is say, I'm looking out my window. No, we already said that. Let's see what someone else says. It's fried chicken after dark, vanilla, oh, it's vanilla ice cream sitting on the beach. Match the run through the glass and the... Okay, Cassius. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Let's go with the Haagen-Dazs and the bars. So we'll say, sun shines bright. I got ice cold ice cream bar. I'm biting an ice cream bar. And then the next line. Chilling in the class, because I'm looking at Alfred's. Chilling in the class, dream of Haagen-Dazs. It's a lot of food. I mean, we've got a really hungry crew. Haagen-Dazs. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Let's just move that. Okay, let's play the beat, and we're gonna drop these few bars. Here we go. Ooh. Why isn't it working? Don't worry. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It's the summertime, yeah. Make way for the summertime. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window. Sunshine bright, a biting ice cream bar. Chilling in the glass, dream of Haagen-Dazs. It's the summertime. Good. Yeah? Let's do another 8. Let me know what you think of those bars so far. Is anything not working for you? Let me know what you think. I'm going to go on the next. I'm running through the grass. Let me run through the grass. The grass. Instead of dream, put dream in. I like that. Okay. Oh, can I do that? I don't even know. I can't get back in there. I'll have to rewrite that line. Let me do that quickly. Chilling in the class, dreaming Haagen-Dazs. I think I've got to keep Haagen-Dazs. I can't have of then because of the way that the line works with these syllables and stuff. But I'll put it in here. Then we say, let me run through, oh, let me say the dancing one. Let me do the dancing one here. So I'll be like this. Dancing with friends. This is only good times. What could be the next line? So I want someone to think of a line, 7 to 14 syllables, and it's gonna have a rhyme with times at the end. Yeah? It's gonna have a line with times at the end. So dancing with friends, this is only good times, something, 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 something rhymes. Yeah? Thanks, Alfred, that's good. Let me take your time, think of that line, drop it in the chat window, and I'll rewind to see whether the other lyrics are working. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window. Sun shines bright, bright in ice cream bar. Chilling in the glass, dreaming Haagen-Dazs. Dancing with the friends, this is only good times. Something, 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 good vibes. So I like good vibes. I'm gonna go with Connor's. So rapping so fast, it's only good vibes. Rapping so fast, it's only good vibes. Yeah. Rapping so fast, it's only good vibes. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go with Connor's new one. Chilling in my house, vibing as the sun shines. That's good, Connor, man. Really good, because it's got the sun shines and that. Let's do one. I've just realized I was supposed to be talking about similes and metaphors as well. So on the last two bars, let's say, I like summer like I love what? What are you going to say there? I love summer like I love what? Chicken on a Monday, for example. Nothing beats making memories at summertime. We'll do that for the chorus, Grace. I'll remember that. I like summer time like I like what? Those are all good ideas. Thank you, Lucy and Alfred. What about this question though? I like summertime like I like what? I like summertime like I like what? What do you like as much as you like summertime? Think of something you really like and try to describe it in the chat window for me. I like summertime like I like what? Let me know. Summer fruits. Okay. Any other options? Thank you, Alfred. That's good. I like summertime like I like summer fruits. Something, 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 something rhyming with fruits. I like summertime like I like summer fruits. Oh, let's go with fruits because we haven't had that rhyme before, Miles. I like summertime like I like summer fruits. That's a simile right there. But what rhymes with fruits? We're going to do I like summertime like I like summer fruits. Something, 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 something rhyming with fruits. What's the last line going to be? What's the last line going to be? It's going to be 7 to 15 syllables and it's going to have a rhyme with fruits at the end. While you're thinking up that line, I'm going to rap what we got so far. It's summertime. Hey, it's the summertime. Oh, it's the summertime. Yeah, juice. Make a line with juice, somebody. Here we go. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino. Too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window. Sunshine bright, I bite in ice cream bar. Chilling in the class, dreaming Haagen-Dazs. Dancing with the friends, this is all good times. Chilling in my house, vibing as the sun shines. I like summertime like I like summer fruits. You're never gonna see me in no suit. It's too hot in the sun. Chilling with a cup of... We got coupe, we got cup of juice, yeah? I'm gonna put apple juice. So I'll put chilling in a coupe, sipping apple juice. We got both in that, yeah? Let me try to pull this down. Hopefully you can still see it. Let me know if it goes out in the chat window, because I'm not sure how far the screen goes down. But there we've got our thing. Now, when we're thinking about the lick, the chorus, yeah, we're thinking about a riff that's gonna be catchy. We're thinking about some wake up in the morning and I want some orange juice. Just like summer fruits, we all come from the roots. Oh, just like summer fruits, we all come from the fruits. So I kind of like that as much as I like chilling in the coupe, sipping apple juice. I don't know which one I like more. I'm gonna stick with the one we've got just for the sake, but Ria, that's really good. So what we're gonna think of is the chorus, right? When we're doing the chorus, we're thinking of what works, like what sounds good. We're thinking of lines that could come together. It's gonna be something catchy, something that you always remember when you think of summer. For example, this is summertime, no play. This is summertime all day. This is summertime, all right. What do you want it to be? Yeah. What? Thanks for the laugh out loud. What do you want it to be? The chorus. What do you think it should be? Should it mention summertime? Should it be like this? Strawberry ice cream. We all scream for strawberry ice cream. Or should it be? Are you feeling this? Are you getting my gist? Barbecue chicken and some chips. In the summertime, alright. In the summer, what do you want it to be? Let me know in the chat window what the chorus lyrics should be. Tell me what it should be, because this is the last bit. I don't know about me doing some singing though. That's not gonna. If we want to make sure that people listen to the record, we need a professional singer. And you know what? Next week, there's a really good singer who's going to be doing a workshop, and that's going to be really dope. And she's going to teach how she makes one of her songs. That's going to be great. And you can check her out there. Jenny's put her Thursday the 11th good promo. But what do you want the chorus to be right now? Let me know what you think the chorus should be. Write some lyrics, put it down. Whatever you put in the chat window, I'll make it into a chorus. Then we're going to hear the verse, we're going to hear the chorus, then we're going to hear the verse again. Lucy says she wants it to be barbecue chicken and chips. Some weird rappy singy thing. Thanks, man. It's really helpful. Some weird rappy singy thing. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to do the sharing of this. We got 12 minutes left. Okay. Oh, yeah, cool sea. It's the cool sea breeze. Make way for the cool sea breeze. When it's summer, the good times never end. Oh, I like that. Grace. Okay. When it's summertime, the good times never end. When it's summertime, you know, hey, the good times never end. In the summertime, the good times never end. In the summertime, the good times never end. Summertime, slow it down, huh? For the summertime, slow it down, right? For the summertime, you know what? Hey, good times never end. Nah, I agree. Some weird rappy singing thing is good. That's exactly what I mean. You were right. I wasn't saying don't do it. That was good. But we're going to go with a mixture of Grace's and everybody else's. When it's summertime, the good times never end. Yeah? I'm going to type it here. And then we're going to see. Oh, it's just showing me scheduled Zoom. Let me do it again. When it's summertime, the good times never end. Thanks, Grace. I'm seeing a lot of great writers in there. All of you lot putting your effort in to come up with the bars. Oh, let me just delete my Zoom address for the call. Can't. Rewrite. When it's summertime, the good times never end. Yeah, I'm seeing loads of great writers in there. I'm seeing people with good ideas. I'm seeing people having a go. I'm seeing amazing women coming through and being bold and saying stuff and getting involved. I'm seeing other people who seem like they're rappers coming up with ideas. That's all the skills that you need to be a rapper. And it's amazing what we have achieved in such a short period of time. It's 50 minutes. And there's been a few of us in the call. And it's been really, really great to see how many great ideas are coming through. I'm going to spit this bit now. Here we go. I'm going to start with the chorus. I'm going to go verse. I'm going to go chorus again. I'm going to go verse again. Okay? Here we go. This is the good times never end when it's summertime. The good times never when it's summertime. The good times never end when it's summertime. Here comes the chorus. It's the summertime, ice cold frappuccino, too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window, sun shines bright, biting ice cream bar, chilling in the class, streaming Haagen-Dazs, dancing with the friends, this is all good times, chilling in my house, vibing in the sunshine, like a summertime, like I like summer fruits, chilling in the coupe, sipping on the juice, when it's summertime, the good times never end, when it's summertime, what? The good times never, when it's summertime, the good times never end, when it's summertime, the good summertime, ice cold frappuccino, too hot to bear, warm breeze at the window, sun shines bright, biting ice cream bar, chilling in the class, streaming Haagen-Dazs, dancing with the friends, this is all good times, chilling in my house, vibing as the sun shines, I like a summertime, like I like summer fruits, chilling in the coupe, sipping on the juice like, bang! Explosion sound. Wait, I've got to get this crowd sound to fully appreciate how good that was. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Guys, absolutely smashing up the place. Big up to everybody who took part. Alfred, Miles, nice to see you, Miles, man. Hope you're well. Going out to, let me look up Ria, who dropped mad bars all the way through. Going out to Grace, who stepped in. Connor, thank you for taking part. Cassius, thanks for your efforts too. And all the people, Quasi, right at the beginning. This amazing amount of comments. To think we can all work together, even though we're so far away and we're all online. Bang! Absolute pleasure to be here and to be sharing this stuff with you. I'm going to be taking some questions, and I'm also going to welcome her back. Ladies and gentlemen, the person who made this happen, that means putting all the promo together and also coming, making it turn up on time, which I'm not very good at, on the right day. Let's present back Jenny. Jenny,
Hey!
how you doing?
I would love to take credit for putting this all together, but that was very much our amazing behind-the-scenes team.
Yes.
So yeah, big shout out to Ali and Lucy and Adam for making this all happen. Thanks, Arji.
Great. It was great fun, actually. We've
That
got
was
some
great.
good people.
Yeah, I loved all the contributions. They were brilliant. Okay, so we've got some questions. People listening, please put your questions in the comments box if you want them asking. So the first question was a very serious question. Arji, how can you make money from rapping?
This is a big question. I'm still trying to figure it out. No, there's still ways of being creative and doing the things that you love. So one way is that you can create music and work with a producer and collaborate with loads of people and get your name to be better, and then go for royalties on Spotify and things like that way. It's relatively difficult, to be fair. I've always struggled with it. Another way is if you practice and practice and practice, you can do live shows, and I can get paid for live shows quite well. And then the other way is that there's other ways of making money from rap that doesn't involve necessarily the act of rapping. You could ghostwrite for someone else, so you could write the raps for somebody else, or like when you've got the commentary for an advert or something like that. Sometimes I've written commentary for ads, or I've done scripts for plays, or I've done poetry for shows or for TV. And those things are other ways that you can um, make money from rap.
You were saying earlier on before we kicked off the session that you also get commissioned to write poems. So you'll sit down with somebody and have a chat with them for 45 minutes, and then you'll make a poem off the back of that. And that's another way that you earn money.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes a company might be like, you've seen some adverts, you see on telly, and they've got someone on it like bird's eye potato waffles, they're waffly versatile. And I know the guy who made that, and he made a lot of money off of that, like grands and grands of money. So sometimes you don't have to be like on a number one hit record to make money out of the art that you make.
No, and I think writing for other people is can be very lucrative for sure. Okay, so how did you learn to rap?
Um, I think I was obsessed with Eminem back when Eminem was like nobody knew about him, and I loved his rhyme schemes and stuff. So me and a friend just used to always write in that style, and we used to do battle raps. That was like the main thing that I was really obsessed by. So that made me get better and better at freestyling specifically. I think my written stuff is not, it's all right, but my real thing that I love is freestyle stuff. So my advice is, yeah, just keep practicing the style, and your own flow will come out of that practice.
It's interesting that you practice with a friend because that is also similar to what Oscar did when he was growing up. Like he would kind of write songs on, I think it was Cubase, which was the kind of software production thing that was available at the time. And then he would MSN. If anyone knows what MSN is, it's a very old form of messenger. He would send messages to his friends and like share that. And I think that kind of creating sort of a trusted community of friends who you can practice with and share ideas with is it sounds like it's very important.
Yeah, it's everything, I would say, because playing guitar on your own can get relatively boring. Whereas playing with your friend, even if you're both not that good and you're just playing one note each, that's super fun, like, um, and really worthwhile act.
Yeah.
Rapping with people is amazing, like being in a cipher. The best thing about rap is you can go to other parts of the world, they don't speak English, but you could both rap together and you just have a connection. I love that about it.
That's the incredible thing about music, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so who are your major influences? That was from Connor.
Um, I love like 90s golden age hip hop. So I love Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, like all that era of rap stuff. I think is really good. There's wicked lyricists there.
Okay. And then, well, we asked this at the top, but I'm sure it'd be helpful for people who weren't here right at the beginning of the webinar. Um, when did you start rapping?
Probably about 14 or 15. But sometimes I think when people listen to these things, they might be 18 or 19. They're like, oh man, I've left it too late. I can't do it anymore. It's over. And then you just give up. But I actually don't think there's an age that you can worry about starting or getting better at it. Everything is practice. So yeah, good luck on the
Yeah,
journey.
it's so true. I mean, like, I completely agree. And actually, Sansusi, who's doing the webinar next Thursday at 4 o'clock, she didn't start really getting into like playing her guitar until she was 20. I think that's she saved up and bought a guitar and started to learn it like literally a few years ago. So um, any age is fine, but you just
Yeah,
happened to get in it at the age that you were.
yeah.
Um, okay. So I think this is Alfred, also known as Zed. He's asked, do you get your beats from producers? Or how do you get your beats from producers? So do you get your beats from producers and how do you reach out to people for a collaboration?
It's difficult. That's a really good question, Alfred, because one, you want to build real relationships, and sometimes online it can make you feel like, um, you might only have like 500 followers. I don't think I've even got that. And you might think, oh, they might not be very interested. But if you're at a gig in real life, or you're at an event, or a guy comes to your school or whatever, and then you chat to them and you say, oh, I'd really like to do something, that's different because that's like a real face-to-face thing. Whereas I'll get messages all the time, people saying, oh, can you work with me? But unless it's an intro from someone else or I've met the person in real life and I've got a vibe, then I won't do it. A good example is Ed Sheeran, like when he was first making tunes in London, he was everywhere. Like the guy collaborated with everybody. And he wasn't looking for whether people were big necessarily, but it did help him.
Mm.
He was just looking at whether he shared a vibe with that person. And anybody who met him was like, oh, Ed, yeah, he was doing something. He was busy. He was trying to get things going. So people wanted to collaborate with him for that reason.
Um, we were actually coaching a musician today, earlier today, as part of our career development program, and he, through a project that he was doing a few years ago, met Nile Rodgers and basically kept in touch with him over a period of a few years. And then when he was ready to like write and record his album, he got in touch with Niall and asked him if he'd feature on one of the tracks, and he said yes. So yeah, so we were
That is
kind of,
crazy.
it's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, he's kind of like one of the sort of godfathers of 20th century music, and he's sort of playing on this. Like, yeah, he's very well known for like championing up and coming talent. So yeah, he's very lucky, this guy. But I think then it was just we were talking about the plan for that and how it's also it's kind of like a magic bullet, but you don't want to kind of use it too quickly. So we were kind of talking about the need for him to release one or two of his own tracks first, so that people could kind of understand who he was as an artist, and then maybe the third track is the one with the Nile Rodgers. Um, uh,
Yeah, there's like two things in that. There's one that, yeah, he created a feeling in Nile Rodgers, and like when you create a feeling with an artist, there's something universal about that. So people want to get involved with a freebie or with just doing a favor. But also, you're right. You got to wait for the right time to push the button. And someone said that to me years ago, and I wish I'd listened more to that. You might have good tunes now, but in a 2 years' time, you might think those tunes were not that good. So you don't want to push it too early. You want to just practice, just get used to just practicing, having a nice time. And then one day, if you keep on it, there'll be a moment when you're like, yeah, this is it. This is when I want to use the favor and ask for the beat or ask for the collaboration.
yeah, but maintaining the relationship whilst you practice is also important, so they don't forget about you.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Okay, so Holly Atkin has asked, how did you realize for sure that you wanted to get into the industry? She says she's loved and done music her entire life, but she's never been 100% sure if she wants it as a career. So, how did you decide?
It's a really good question, Holly. Um, yeah, it's really difficult. I actually went and I spoke to a really well-known musician who gave me advice, and he was like, "My advice to you is just don't do it." And at the time, it wound me up a lot, and I was like, "Oh man!" And then I carried on because I wanted to do it. And then years later, he said to me, "Yeah, I told you that because I tell a lot of people that because unless you really want it, you won't survive because it's so difficult. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting because there's different levels of doing it. You don't have to make something your 100% job. Like you could make something 10% of your job. On a Friday night, you could be playing at a bar, but on Monday to Thursday, you're an Uber driver. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. And I was reading about an actor who was Deliverooing over this time, like a really well-known actor, British actor. Sometimes within the industry, you're going to have to do different things. Whereas in schools, I think they're much more prone to thinking like, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a musician? That means you have to do music all the time.
Mm.
So I wouldn't feel too much pressure, Holly, to decide. Just do what your heart feels. If you think you'd like to play music for a few years, why not? If you feel like you just want to do it as a hobby, why not? Do you think that too, Jenny?
Yeah, I mean, I think we talk a lot about portfolio careers. So, it's trying to kind of balance your income stream, have different kind of income streams coming through. So that might be through teaching, it might be through writing for other people, releasing your own music, like self-releasing, having a Patreon scheme. I mean, there's so many different ways, and then yeah, you might also like at times need to get like so one of the musicians that we support, she's been kind of working in a restaurant doing sort of takeaway stuff as a way to kind of earn money at the moment. Other people have been teaching. That's been quite a big income stream, especially over the last year with lockdown and stuff. So yeah, I think like following your heart is like, really good advice, but you might just feel like you want to do that, like you say, like one day a week. And then over time, your side hustle could become your permanent hustle, depending on how you feel about it and how much effort you want to put into it. But I suppose the other thing to think about is like whatever you decide to do, whether it's focusing on music full time, doing multiple jobs, being a multi-passionate entrepreneur, that's another thing that you could think about. Being a lawyer, it's all going to require effort and time, and commitment. So what do you want to put your effort and time and commitment into? Because
That is so
you know
true. Yeah, that
um,
is so true. That's the bottom. That's basically the bottom line. And one of my nephews is like that. He won't be watching this, so it's all right. But they're in a band, and he says they want to be like make it and stuff like that. But you got to practice a lot, and even if you want to be a lawyer, you got to practice. You got to work at it. And although that's daunting, it's also fun. So
yeah,
yeah,
you enjoy it. If that's the thing that you enjoy, it's fun. But I suppose, not everybody has that luxury. So if you have an opportunity to choose something that you enjoy, that you can commit to, that you're going to put the effort into, then choose that. So yeah, that would be my advice. Okay, so Kwesi's like asked a very this is a very grown up question. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, Arji?
I actually have got a coach at the moment. I'm trying to figure stuff like that out. I'm not, I think what I've realized is I've spent a lot of time um, trying to be like a performer and all this other stuff, but I've realized like creativity is a tool for reaching people and connecting people, regardless of whether it's words or music or whatever. So I'm really interested in that as a premise, like trying to take that idea and be a bit more open to projects that are just about creativity specifically, and showing that as being a transformative thing for young people and adults. So in about 5 years, yeah, there'll be another book out, and hopefully I will have new projects and other things going on. So really, I don't know.
You're working on it.
Exactly, I'm working on
Working
it
on it
right
with
now.
your coach. You
Yeah,
mentioned coach, so that's something that we do at the Abraham Wilson Foundation as we coach a cohort of musicians. Do you want to just say a little bit about coaching, because some people watching might not have heard of that before?
yeah. Like I was very skeptical about the idea of a coach because basically a coach is going to not ask too many questions. They're going to listen to you, and they're going to help you figure out the direction you want to go and the way you're going to reach there, and also what's important to you. So I was really skeptical, and about 2 years ago, I got given one through a company, and I had a few sessions, and it really changed the way I thought about myself, changed the way I thought about my desire to be bigger and better. And it gave me focus on what I needed to do and how I needed to do it. Because for many years, I worked kind of blindly. I was always good at craft, and I always used to think like, oh, you get 10 years, if you work for 10 years at saying you become a genius, like Jimi Hendrix and other people. But the fact is, if you work blind and you don't collaborate with nobody and you just work in a bubble, you're not going to really have the same improvement as you will get if you work smart. Like, you connect with the right people, you have like your own personal goals and objectives, and you move towards them in a positive way. So yeah, I really, really back the idea of having a coach to help you with that.
Yeah, it can be a really really helpful thing. Yeah, we also call that strategy. So yeah,
Yeah.
for anyone who's kind of wondering how they might do that by themselves, think about where you want to be in 2 years and then work backwards to today, so you can split it up into chunks and go, this is where I want to be in 2 years, this is where I want to be in 18 months, this is where I want to be in 12 months, this is where I want to be in 6 months, this is where I want to be in three. And it doesn't have to be like set in stone, but then it just helps to create a little roadmap for yourself. Okay, so I think
That would be really great to do a session for some young people about that sort of thing on one of these, because it's a really useful, it doesn't matter whether you're going into the arts or not, it's a really useful skill to have to
yeah,
visualize the future.
I wish I'd learnt that skill much younger.
Same.
Definitely. Okay, so we're going to finish up in a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions. What advice would you give to your 15-year-old self?
You know what the major thing is? Like, make a back catalog. Don't worry about whether it's good or like whether you sell copies. Like, don't worry about that stuff. Just make it, because when you get older and you look back, it's so cool to see. Like, and I've got quite a few of all like these dodgy albums over the years. But I love that. And if I could talk to my old self, I'd be like, don't worry about making it number one single. Just make it. And the process of making it is really fun.
That's great advice. Okay, this might be a little tricky one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What are the 5 rap tracks you couldn't live without? Like
Uh,
your top 5
I,
rap tracks.
I'll tell you, there's some with which are, well, there's a Tupac song called "Dear Mama," which I love. There's a Eminem song called "Any Man," which I've always loved. Notorious B.I.G. "A Story to Tell." Bone Thugs and Harmony, "Crossroads." I've really shown my age. And maybe "All Eyes on Me," the Tupac tune as well. So all from that era, yeah.
Nice. Okay, final question before we wrap up. Um, Name 3 artists that you think we should be checking out now. Any artists from any discipline that you're like, you need to check these guys out. And by guys, I mean all people.
I think like the let me that let me think. Hobo Johnson is a wicked rapper from the States, and he's a brilliant rapper and he's a great lyricist. Mr. Liff is another lyricist that I think at the moment is really, really good. And I think I've been excited about Coco Rocco's new album, and I've been excited about Getz's new album that's just come out. So those 4.
Nice. We've got a bonus one as well.
Yes.
We will endeavour to put all those recommendations in the description when we upload this onto YouTube. So just before we say goodbye, thanks, Arji.
Thank you. Thanks for being a great host.
That was awesome. Thanks again to our behind the scenes team at Abram Wilson Foundation. Please remember to tune in next week. We've got a free live webinar on our YouTube channel, Abram Wilson Foundation, on Thursday, the 11th of March at 4 p.m. with Sans Souci. She's a gorgeous singer-songwriter. She's going to be teaching you her process of writing songs. Leave your comments in the comment section below to let us know what you thought about this video and what you might like for future videos. And I think that's it. I've said subscribe to our YouTube channel, so I think that's everyone. So thanks so much for showing up. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you at the next one. Bye. Bye, Arji.
See you later.